So we're back. So I didn't do for yesterday, so we'll start from yesterday. We'll clear up all these charts because I'm seeing yesterday, Thursday was a very interesting one. Right, it was a little bit challenging. I'll be surprised if the day was positive, but the most important thing is to follow rules. And I think the last trade from the last week was this ego trade. From Wednesday, I don't know Wednesday was this trade. I think it was. I'm trying to look for it, but I think we have this 2 p.m. trade. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, I think this one was supposed to be for 15 points, even though it won already. And the idea was to. It looks different on this feed. I do not know. If you're starting here, you're not buying this. But either which way, I know that it lost, so I already deleted it. So add 15. Yeah, it was an ego trade because it's already won for. It's won enough for 10. We set our limit to 3, but I said for the ego, so this is going to be 87. So not the best of days, but let's see Thursday. I will continue. I'll delete, maybe not really. Let's see if it doesn't get in the way. So this was Thursday. Sometimes in the mornings, I just track a trade. This was there, confirmed. We confirmed it here. It came back to this will be beautiful. So just seeing the same thing. We break above OP. We didn't come below. I'm trying to, I think this is the OP came below, expanded type 2 buy. But I don't know, I'm trying to still, what I wanted to say is like the expansion. I think I'm going to watch again Quant's video again, pay attention to one or two things, and we'll see. Expansion OB. Normally, this would be to buy, but of course, it failed too, so return here, sell this, exit here. I don't know why I was buying that, but must have had a good reason. And then let's start from 7 o'clock. So at 7 o'clock, like I said, it was a very interesting day. The question is, do we have anything from previous hour that is nice? Maybe this. Excuse me. So from the previous hour, we are at this point. What could we? This already played out, so nothing special. The only thing was a sell. So we have this. The really difference in feed is it's a problem, but we just have to start from somewhere. There, yeah, played out. This already played out. So we're here. Expansion, nothing, nothing, and we dumped because this was news. And of course, I believe that Eric and I were looking at this and some stuffs here. This dumped, nothing special. This went above, nothing special. And once this happened, we wanted to sell because we came back here, but this would be a sell. On this feed, this did touch it. Another feed, it touched this for me. I was like, since price was coming back here, I would close, I think, for 30. So this was the first CSD. It came back here. This is very big. This is a big stop. So we have to let it go deeper. So most likely there. It reached, this is a TP, 45 points. So I'm not also, this is here, so I'll be targeting this. So it will have barely missed it. It stopped for 25. That'll be crazy because price is coming here. So I believe I said for at 30 because I did not know how this dropped. So, because let me show what I'm saying. This was a feed we were looking at, not this one, because we both saw and this touched it, so it even went below. And I believe Erica later, she took this sell again, which was glorious. And on this feed, you would see so. Let's just say it stopped here. So 26 points. But we see we removed almost 20 points. So this is Thursday. We decided 26 points because once that happens, even if it doesn't close there, if this goes up, once this drops down, I have to close. But I know I knew 30 points because it offered here, but 26. That's the first one, and became very tricky after that. So what happened next? We had this type 2 was the first expansion there. We confirmed it here. I sold here. I believe was that there? I wanted to. Yes, I sold here inside here. Oh, okay, now I know. Okay, I sold inside there. My stops was, I believe, was above here because I was thinking, we take this, don't take this. So imagine you didn't take full profit here and this loss. So minus 22 or 23. And so that was that. And after that, we came back. We had this. If this is so, let's start from expansion forward. If this is the whole, of course, this is still on the card. So my profit wasn't here. Profit was down here, was here. Erica wanted this, and I believe we also took some trades inside it. It was so, and she took it. Was beautiful. I think she even held longer because the range of opportunity for this was there. And so when this happened again, stop. We're looking at this. This was beautiful because all this down here, picking this trade and winning on this feed didn't show, but on the NQ feed, this 1 minute candle is just amazing what price does, how this, how this. So the way this candle moves in real life was when this happened, right? It went up, came down, went up to pick it, dropped down again. This candle was green for a period of time. And the reason why it is very important to know that it was green for a period of time because it's a picture you cannot see. This ended as red candle at the last minute. So went, opened, picked this trade, ran down one, came back up again, and then within the last few seconds died. So this candle, I don't know, maybe this might show it or not. I do not know. It didn't. It's showing it as a loss. So why was that important was that I was observing this guy, this 15-point win, and I was observing this guy solve this. I was observing this. So this was a winner. This is a 15 point. And this also price came back. So on this feed, price came back here. So I don't know how to explain. It's like it wasn't straightforward. And I know my stop wasn't there. It was on 20 points. Or was it? I think it was here. I think I remember that. It was just like I was on 25 points. Like I said, we can lose up to 50 points from what you've seen on this trading, especially with DP and DD. And in this instance, I wanted this. That day, I set this. On this feed, it entered there. And on that day, I'll target this. But why didn't I target this? Because this is dumped. Like this. So I was like, all right, let's take this. Also, this, if you are seeing this, like price came so close to your TP rejected, dumped, and then does this, a part of you might be, of course, it later does this. So that's number 16. Actually, I will remove this one. Remove it. So remove the 15 because why not? So for me, like I said, from here, this touch this. So for me, this is it. Expand below this. This is not my OB. This is not my OB. Expand below this and die. Expands, comes back, invalidated, comes back again. Type 2 is on cut, drops. I didn't play this, but even if I played it, my stop would not be here. My stop will be there. So let's say you're playing this. Of course, I did not. Your stop is not here. Your stop has to be here. Why? Because this actually would be down here as a line. So this would have been a usable. We didn't play that because that was the end of the hour. Also, if you're saying this is your first expansion through the hem, and then this is your follow-up to OB expansion, type 2 here. So a type 1, a type 2, what are you going to do? Sell this. Where's your stop? My stop is not here. It's impossible. My stop is going to be there. Minimum, yeah. But this is it because of the exposure. Where is the target? Yeah. Did price come here? Yes. When? Later, I think later in the day, price came back here, I believe later in the day, or maybe I'm wrong. Where did I take profit? Because Erica and I was on this. Once this happened and this happened, so let's do it on after the other. This is the initial target. We've crossed the D level. Once a new hour open and you're back into drawdown, what are you doing? So I'm using this expansion. This is it. We went above it. We've dumped back through it again through this O. So this is the OB. Once we close below this, we close below this with an FEG. We are ready. Type 2. Stop cannot be inside the FEG, and stop cannot be above this. It has to be here. Minimum. There's the perfect one. 49 points. What happens? What happens? I changed it. I exited here. 31 points. That was me. Done. This trade. Alright. What happens next? If you didn't do that, you start this expansion, 2-bar, confirm, sell, sold this. This stop can be above. But once again, stop is where? Inside an FEG. Do not extend it here, accept it. Okay, maybe I'm not going to put it here because it's the previous hour. Extend it here, accept it, that is good. Weak inside. This is a Gandalf staff. That means a bag. That's what you call Gandalf staff. The first FEG in an expansion. Price can't even get here. Closing above it is what invalidates it. So, good practice is there. It's big, but I can then track invalidations. What's my invalidation? So this is the expansion at this. We didn't have an FEG with this expansion. There's an OB. Once this happens, so if let's say it goes against me and my stop is here, when do I become worried? Once this candle finishes. Why? There are already FEGs in this expansion. Once this candle finishes, I don't need this to close above. This is done. Why? This is the OB. This is the high of the orbital. We've closed above it. We've expanded above it. And until we close below this, we are not bearish. This says price is going up at least. So put this there, and if price comes back, even if you put it here and you're waiting, you didn't close it here. Once it finishes and next FEG through it, what do? You have to close here. 26 points or 22 points or 6 points extra. Of course, that didn't happen. Where did I target? If you're targeting there, yes, I targeted this again, the 3 points. But this is a complete setup. 33.34. So what did we need? Close, expand below this to go near an OB. I really wanted it. So while Erica wanted us to go lower for good reasons, I also wanted us to bounce. We failed to bounce here by less than how many points? 2 points. I wanted it on the NNQ. We bounced on it, but I think NQ. Yes. Oh no. I think it was MNQ. That's strange. I know there was a feed that bounced on this. That is strange. Something has changed. Because I kept telling Erica that I didn't want this because it was a green candle that went into it. So I don't trade that. This is interesting. I would have to send her. Oh my God. Why? On my Mac, I was on the MacBook yesterday. We saw this, and for her too, on the MacBook, this didn't hit. But on our Windows computer, sorry, on the MacBook, it hit. On our Windows, it did not. I have the same thing. So this is crazy. But let's come back here. I'll tell her later. So win 74 points. Done. And what did she want? She wanted this because this guy too is here. So she wanted this. We both learned the lesson above. This is the range of opportunity it can get there. Well, 30 points, the worst case. Additionally, because while it's reverse, we're tracking this. On this feed, it doesn't show another feed. This also was a type 2. This was a red candle. Just to show you guys. Easy, type 2. So, but instead, we didn't have that. So, this was just having that confirmation to say I didn't sell. Where will I exit? Of course, on the feed I was looking, this was there. So, but for me, this trade was already gone. I wasn't holding the position, so I wouldn't have sold this. Type 1, so we let this OB. We expand through this. All right, thank you, sir. Kind sir. What do you want? Give me a type 2 and let me buy. Comes back inside it. Oh my God, why are you doing this to us? Reconfirms this. If you were, this is the OB to this, doesn't give an opportunity. Enter here, get off there. But it talks about this is not right. It doesn't come down, taps it. CST this type 2. I cannot buy here because we are back above, we are back below this. We expand through it again. Type 2, I wanted to buy this desperately. Didn't come. We hit this. I don't know if this. Let's just play it a little. I've forgotten our price behave. I think price just kept going up. Okay, just went through it. I didn't leave that, but I wanted to see. I think price missed. Something happened. Something funny happened here. Let's see. I knew that there were some very funny shenanigans. Of course, we were inside this hold, but it didn't give up before price died. This didn't hold. I've forgotten, but after this set of 2 losses, I just stopped trading for the day. I just took my medicine and I walked away. So this is a peak. What was the next thing? That was very painful, but it was shot. It was really painful. So what happened? We had this. We had a CST here. I sold this CST. I put my stop there. Price takes me out. 98. I was like, oof, that's crazy. Dumps again. I was like, okay, we've not closed below this, we're weakening it. Solve this again. stops here again. And let's even say it sorry. And after 33, I was like, oh my god, why? Once you close it below above this, all right. But what was the fault? Also, part of the things also was that, but I saw this late. I not that I saw it. I saw it while I was in the trade, but it was too late. I was like, I've been observing. This is an expansion. Oh, sorry, this is not an this is an FUG. Came into the FUG. We see as we came back, we dropped it. Normally, if you were doing it, I believe it's fire boss. Even if you didn't catch this, once the CSD happens again somewhere here, you buy that and your stop is here, and you're expanding towards whatever target. Until you close this, this is so. If price didn't come back, this is a very sensitive stuff. Until you close this, so failure to close this wasn't indicating down, but I trust D and DP levels goes above me. All right, when we start this, what is the next thing? Nothing. So once this happened, I was like, all right, my heart cannot take it anymore. And until another thing I'm noticing, and I'll put it here, is that when we have failed, maybe not here, but I'll keep seeing, I'll keep adding. I realized that when we have failed, so it's another painful one yesterday morning because it missed it by less than a point. But also it went with the red candle, so I really just painful. That when we have failed expansions, when we close below it again, it almost feels like it gives another opportunity. So I know this failed, so let's put a line here and let's see. Let's just put one line there and let's see when price returns to it. And I think this was the previous one, I think. So what I've noticed is that when they fail, I started noticing it maybe yesterday or something. When they fail, I'm trying to look for hold runs that are maybe failed that I can see here none. It's like it gives another opportunity. Additionally, okay, didn't miss anything. So let's come back here. So expansion OB. This is not a sell. This much. I hope I didn't sell. I don't think I saw this. As enticing as this is, why this is not. Of course, it's happening above, and this is nice, and this is enticing, and this is an enticing sell too. But why is it not a sell? We close this. This is why it is important to always have the rules on. What are you doing here? What is if you're in this trade and price is rejected? Number two is happening. We went above the D level. We're going to touch this. So if you're selling here and you put your stop here, price is going to get to the stop. It's madness. So we come expansion for me. This doesn't touch it. Okay. First expansion. OB. But for others, this is it. So you have to buy this up. Maybe doesn't touch it. For me, no. This is the OB. Prefer this double method. So this is the OB. If this is the OB, this trade is still playing out. If we close, if we do a 2 bar of this, it's a sell if it goes back. It doesn't. Very painful. Extremely painful. When would you enter this trade? Only for this, which we lose. But I've forgotten. I think I know I played inside here, but let's see what inside. Expansion comes back. If you were playing up to this, isn't it interesting that we hardly had type 2s that were confirming? It didn't confirm. Type 1, type 1, type 2. This was the only type 2 that confirmed. And if you bought here and entered and it went there, you must not see a CSD of this. So this is a type 2. It got confirmed here. Of course, your stop is not going to be inside here. I didn't buy it. You cannot buy this, or I'm not buying this. No, you cannot. Doesn't want my stop cannot be inside this FG. Best case scenario. I think I wanted to buy and I saw this bottom, but that's a best case scenario. You're targeting up. Once the hour is about to close, your stop is here now. Your target is there, 17 points. What don't you want to see? This price is bearish. This wasn't close. So if you allowed this, you took a big loss. But where's the first claim? While all this is happening, what you're trying to say is that this is all what is forming here is like you're forming here. This is the first one. Until we expand, like I said again, I don't use yes, it's tempting to say you want to go up. And maybe I might be tempted again, especially at this late hour, especially when you see stuff like this. But no. Expansion, OB, CST of this OB, price wants to go down. Type 2, price wants to go down. Type 1 again, OB confirmation, we already did the 2 bar. Don't CST this. Once you CST this, if you are in this long, exit here. You have to exit. If not, once it gets out at B and it's failing, you have to get out. You have to get out. This CST must not happen again. Under CST, get out. So let's assume we took this trade. You just have to get out here. Once this is invalidated, which is the OB, which is this 8 points. So we are adding all the losses, even for the trades that doesn't make sense because nothing to put here, but we are stretching the data. And what do you have? Nothing. Okay, this OB, CS to this, nothing. Goes down. All right, but while that is going, what is your first trade? Previous hour, this trade is valid, this trade is valid because we want to sell. This is the thing, previous hour. Once this is ending, if you're waiting for price to go back to your B on this trade, you sell above here. If not, you're selling this. As you're closing, while we are closing, price is going up. So stops will be here. Why? This can stay weak. Where's your target? Your first target is this. It's 10 points. It's small. You have to extend. You have to. I have to. Why? Because this is a trade. This OB, this level, they are similar. Getting in here is this is 10 points. What don't I want to see? Don't CS to this. Actually, first, don't CS to this. That's the first trade because we've had the OB. We don't want to confirm. We've confirmed the 2 bar, but not confirm the week or a close above this. Goes down. Goes down. Once this finishes, where's your stop moving? Here, which is 10 points. Once not here, not here, not here. This is going down. At this place, you are tracking here. Once this finishes and this expansion ends here, my stop should go here. Why? This is the stop for this trade. This trade has won. It's annoying because putting my stop here because price can still come back and can take me out. Usually when it was there, it's bought. If I didn't change it here, and let's say the entry is still there, once this OB confirmed, my stop has to be there. 1000% has to be there. Why? A CSD of this is not nice because this is a type 2. So once we go above there, 42 points. This is the only way it could have entered. So when this happened, I would not sell. I would want it to get here up minimum. So 42. That's why I'm not adding each separately. Expansion. This didn't touch it. So expansion. OB. What makes me want to buy or sell further? Come here and die. Doesn't come. Keeps dying. All right, fair enough. It's dying. This is what I come back to. We we had a re-entry into this and instantly went up. All right, this is two types, like expansion OB. Okay, let's say you didn't select that. This is an expansion with another one, so you want to sell any type 2 that forms. Does any type 2 form? No. Yes. Type 2. Type 2 doesn't confirm of receiving a type 2 with an OB. Thank you. Close this here. You have to sell the next candle. This is not coming back, because even if this doesn't come back, all right, what are we going to do? Once this happens, we are closing again below this. I have to sell here. I just have to. But I'm afraid of this bounce. So once this happens, you sell here. This is an old level. My stop is above this because it's a type 2. Of course, my stop should be way above. Why? FUG, my stop will be here. That's a big one. This is, once this happens, my stop is moving to be or above this. Why? This one, we close above this. Of course, that doesn't matter. 2, because this is this, but we are deep inside. This is not a reversal trade. This is an indication of be careful. Bounce above this, the next CSD should take me out at B. Where's my full target? This, if it gives, but I do not know. So in this instance, I'm not taking 100 points, I'm taking 20. But we can see that this old level, this one, these are good prices. This is 100 points. This. So if I'm being honest, my stop will be there, my entry will be there. My TP will be there max because of this. So got it. So we are back, and but we will not have this. We will not have any 20 points, even though we've been taking a beating. So the price continues. Let's see what price is doing. So this is a very interesting day. We'll see. So this happened. Failed. Last one failed, right? This CST, because I remember this. So it goes into it, you come back. I bought this. Where's my invalidation? Do not create 2 bar of this. And we did. So failed to take 80 points, lost 33 points. We have to use stop loss. We have to. And what was my error? Failure to, we had a line somewhere here for one of them that failed. Yeah, this. Did I delete it? Was it this? Oh, this guy. Yeah. See. Of course, this doesn't take, because this is an old one. Bridge trade continues. Why is this high probability? Why is it high probability failure? Okay, so let's track this. So price didn't go back. The breaking trade old level. You've taken this loss. What's the next thing to do? Don't try to sell. Don't try to buy and catch the bottom. Sell. Type 2. Type 2 again. Sell this. Why are we selling? What's your next invalidation? What's your next? This is your invalidation. Because this, of course, OB, CSD, you already had a 2 buyer. You don't buy this. You do not buy this. You don't buy it yet. It's very close to the end of the hour. D and M level. Sell this. I sold this after taking this loss. I sold this. The difference between taking this loss was that I was about to set because I saw it and I was about to set that also. Poof! Thankfully, it went back up and made a mess here, and that's why you set a stop loss to do it. I didn't use to, but now I've seen it just taking away and it came there to bounce. So 42 points. This is why you don't over risk, because when you do, you are afraid to hold the trade, and you are afraid. And when the losses are big, you don't wait for invalidation of it. What happened next? We hit this on the hour. Done. Type 2, type 1. I bought this. I closed it off. I was targeting, I think, yeah. Why? This guy pushed me down. It was a big loss. And I had to reduce my stop here. So I've taken loss yeah. I've taken another one. So yeah. And then I sold this. I didn't go with full mat, and then I just bought this. But why? Obi. I was thinking if this is a recovery, because how this pushed this CST I got here. I was like, okay, we've CST this. If we are going, we should reject here. This was a big buy. I'm not going to have this win again. Because I was like, okay. Of course, the best will have been here. I was like, all right, why did I buy early? If I was going to have, this should have been well. And I will explain myself. One, now that we know this, we can buy a reclaim of this. Okay, the price just died. Of course, I also know that these guys, sometimes they have resistance, but in this instance, let's just wait. If you're buying a reclaim, where's the full TP? This is not within this zone. Until we close above this, once you have seen anything that is rejecting, let's do it one by one. This guy, I wanted us to close below so that we can buy the OB. I was like, okay, we failed to reject. It's like, this is the next type 2. This doesn't look like one that would go OB buy. Rejected this. My initial stop was 24 points because I remember 20 points. I remember that I went to 20 points or 24 points. So 24 points. That would sound that way. So, okay. Don't CST this because this first. Because I was thinking it was going to be a type 2. Okay, didn't. Finished here. Don't do this. All this time I was waiting. It went up. Stops here. It was my target was 45 points because I remember. Immediately goes to 30, which was above. Let's find where 30 is. So it's above here. I was like, okay, this is an whole type 2. Don't forget, these candles don't go. They behave somehow so small. I was like, no, you know what? I'm closing this. Got here, started retracing. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm good. I close it. No, actually, no, I closed for 35. Because, yes, 35. I wanted this 42, the stop, this type 2, because we're above it again. I was like, we hit this. I was like, we have 30. We went up again very close. We started rejecting. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing. Does this and then goes up. So that was 40. This is something else I'm not harding again. So we have refused to hard. That was 80. This under 40. And price went up because if I was going, actually, this was rejection up to this because you are doing the tracking close above this. So this is 75 added high, 90 points. Even if you've taken 40, 50, it's like there's a lot of opportunity. But I'm not adding that because it's valid, but it's discussion. This is just pure mechanical using rules and just, you know. So expansion hobby until we close below this guy within this hour, do nothing. Goes. When will I start getting tempted? Yeah. Why won't I get tempted? Yeah. But this is the only temptation. And see how it failed quickly. And see what No, that was only type 1. Type 2, every other type 2 did not confirm. This didn't. That's also this curve is telling you price is going down. Didn't buy this. Why? Yes. I'm not going to, not even the kind of day, not buying that. So, no trade, nothing. This is another one until we close above it. You say, retest it. So, if you wanted to do the retest of this, this is the only place. Just like that one. First, I would have loved it type 2, but bounce. You see how, let me zoom into this, how this guy came low into this FEG this way. Once this happens, a return to this, we buy it. We buy it. We have to. Once this happens, you have to buy it. This stop should be, where's this there? That's it. And it should give us 20 or 100 where I'm not score. FEG again, fire boss, comes back, enter, retrace, buy. Once they close this, not looking good. So we do not say type, but we're just keeping it to what we know here. But there was no continuation setups unless you guys are like quants. Then you can buy things here, you can buy, even if you miss this, you can buy this. And you get your 20 and walk away. So for me, every sell, because we've not confirmed anything that is going bullish. I believe I saw this. Every sell opportunity, and let's track the sells. We're not going to have the wins from it because nothing here, nothing here. Type 2 didn't confirm here. Type 2 didn't confirm onto here. Type 2, okay, confirmed here. If you're selling this type 2 and price is here, you're not putting your stop. It's an FEG. It's madness. Price can hit here. This is an FEG. This is where your stop has to be. Gandalf start the breakaway gap, the first one. If it's not there because you're afraid, yeah. Price can weak this. Okay. Price, you are thinking price can also go above this, so you have to accept that. Where is your range? First TP, second TP. Because if it keeps dropping, it's confirming hold stuff. When do you become more confident? Type 2 CST, you sell this again all the way down. Why? Until we close below this or this, trade is not valid. When will you close this? Once this hour finishes and this is going up, I will close. I will not stop. Why? We've taken this D level. This is on the cards. So when price started over here, did I see anything to buy? No. Type 1, leave it alone. Almost 200 points we've not added. And I was saying yesterday was a bad day. Oh, what do I want to do? I want to buy this. Why? There's a target here. Doesn't confirm OB. Close above this OB, like I said, because we've missed. Of course, there was no sell below OB. Close above it, then expand below for me to trust it. It is going down. If not, I'm buying. What happened? I do not know what happened in this trade because we didn't see it here. First place we could buy. Why? This guy finally gave an OB. We know that they were important. First place to buy. This is the only thing that can make me buy this. But I don't want to buy this, so price has around there. It's it. I'm no longer interested in short actually because we've already hit the target I wanted. Alright. Second thing, so if you want to buy, and that should be my target, and you see that beauty. Our price came here, missed it a little bit. And now the two of them have very similar stop, have very similar TP. Okay. Tuba comes back here. Buying this, there's no bam, bam, bam. Also, let's track it. I'm beginning to enjoy it. I believe it's Fire Your Boss, that's the name. on VTGIF. FVG opens, bouncing, CST, return to it. This FVG, don't let it close. Where will my stop be? Not down there. Why? Because especially after this happened, that price went up before picking me. I can enter here, but and that gave a solid 20. So where's my stop? What don't I want to see? I don't. This is where one. This is the OB. Do not close below this. Then FVG. I don't want that. Stop is going to be here. Why? Why not here? This is a 2 bar. So type 1, 2 bar, OB. Yes, I can put my stop here, but I'll put it here. Why? Because if we CST this and we close below it, then it's a 2 bar and then we are going down. 37 points. It's big compared to 22 points. I know, but now I'm tracking. Once I'm seeing this, I'm not very happy. I'm not very happy at all. I'm asking, do not do an FEG, because if it does an FEG, I have to make a decision. We'll see how it plays out. I will see if it does an FEG. Yes, it does an FEG. So that is beautiful. When I see this, I'm happy. It's not about the trade is losing or not losing. That's not the thing. You see, we came back here and went through it. So we'll put another line here to see how price behaved when we crossed it and how price behaved when we came back here too. Above that. So what happened? Once this FEG happened, OV, you see, don't do this. Once it does it, what am I doing? I have to close this there. And what happened? This will have been if you put it there. Simple as ABC. Why do I accept this loss? We didn't take a strange. We didn't take the D level, but we have taken this D level. What does that mean? We are coming down. This guy is still on the cards. But for now, we've taken other disclosures, 17 points. So are we very pissed because not taking trades, taking them or not adding, of course, to this data, but we are taking the losses. But these rules. Okay, we've closed above this. We've closed below this. What's the next thing that would happen? This is not a type 2, but I'm going to sell. I have to sell. Why? This, we're failing to reject. We are rejecting this. We are rejecting this. It's like the same principle here. Of course, this week didn't get there. It's like the same thing. CSD, I want to die. I want to sell. Sell. Stops above. Yeah. 25 points is good. TP. There. Easy. Easy. Actually, after we rejected this with this coin, that's it, done. 15 points. Because don't forget, when this was happening, I'll be tracking it. All this falling. Old one. Where's its OB? We see as the OB here. So this expansion, this is its OB. Let me delete this. We see as this actually could have sold it, but we couldn't sell because we were tracking this too. Because it has not told me to sell and we're about this back. Now I believe it, all levels become sell. Sell. You have to sell this. You have to sell this. Breakaway gap. We've returned back into this. We even went sell this. 15. Okay. I'll be very pissed if I didn't know this. First things first. OB came above the OB. Expand through it with an FEG, with an expansion. So where is it? This OB. This will annoy me because this is just an FEG, just an FEG with an OB. It continues. We break below. Done. I'm very happy. I'm angry. I didn't hold, but I'm very happy that nothing. Right? We've completed my expansion down. I'm not selling this. Why? Because I didn't. If I sell this type 2, for instance, my stop would be minimum there, 62 points, because price can go above this. Where am I targeting? I do not know. I do not know where. It could be a 1 hour, it could be but I do not know. I do not even know where this is for. And then you see that this will go against you. Exactly. It will. Because the trade is done. This is not valid. What's the next thing? We're looking at reclaimed DPs. Don't buy this. Goes above it. Bounce. CST comes back. You are afraid of this because it's rejecting this. Bounce. What do we have here? Type 1 goes in one swoop. Don't expect it to go deep. Buy this according to Erika. Alright, I say you are afraid because you are thinking this is above me. It's coming out as rejection, but I do not care. This is an old one. This is a new one. In this instance, when we're thinking about this Marata as a rejection, this was during the one. This is the last one. This is the one we are dealing with now, not this, but let's add it. So you didn't take this. We've closed above this. If I see any type 2 or anything here, I can buy. We come back, nothing has been confirmed. Interesting that we tapped above this. Close above this and I'll buy you. We did not. Alright, I love this. I love following rules. But interesting that this finished the trade. This buyer goes up, right? Buyer goes up. We finish above here. We want to buy. We're not buying the first CST. If we did, because this stops it again, did he give you? He gave us 30 points. 42, 30. You're out of this trade. Because this is low probability now. We are back into this guy. And now, if we wanted to do it normally, because we didn't see any sell on today, we're tracking sells. No, we're only trusting this, but this is not what we are trusting. I don't know. It's like this was an old hour that failed. This is a new hour. This is the reclaim of this. I have to buy this. I have to. If I did not buy this here, once this is finishing, I have to target there. This is just a resistance, and I see the job it did by sending price. So first, I didn't buy this. All right, I didn't buy it here because it's rejected. I'm afraid rejected. OB, CS to this. I have to buy. We have to buy. If not, we buy this. So this is the trade. It's this beautiful. I'm not going to put it there. It's going to be here at best or there. This is the best case scenario. Yeah. Once this finishes, I'm closing it here. 59. And I'm going to track something for us. We've closed below. We are down. We could hit this. What happened at the last minute? We tapped on this. I'm not chasing this. I like the fact that this went up, comes back to bounce here with a type 2. I can buy this. Not here. There. It is big. But if it gives, I'll buy this again. Oh my God, can you imagine that? See how it came. Would you trade this? No, you're not losing. We don't hold this overnight. You're very unhappy that what did I do here? It goes up. Exit, run for your life here. But this is not a limit order. Why? Are we sure that this is not a limit order? I'll show you. Okay, and so why we want to target this. If this is a different bounce, this is rejecting. Type 2, self is if not self target. Why? Expansion to here, type 1, failed to give an OB. Type 2, continuation. You have to risk this. It's worth it. 26 points. It continues. Okay. What happens next? End of the day. That's the last trade of the day. Why? This goes into this, closes below it, comes back up. Give me a CST. Okay, we like that it's come back up with a type 2 close above this to go up. Doesn't, dies. Expansion. Close below this expansion for me to engage. Nothing. Last trade of the day. Done. So let's calculate. Tough day. Really, really tough day. So let's look for the calculator and do this. Okay. So 26 plus 16 plus 31 plus 34 plus 42 plus 42 plus 15 plus 59 plus 26. Imagine that. And we're doing hard 7, 2, 9, 1. We didn't have almost 200 points. But it is what it is. 23 plus 28 plus 33 plus 8 plus 33 plus 17. Oof, 142. So very similar to what we've been having this day. We have to just trade and trade and trade. And in this day, we've been having more successes at the end of the day. So, yeah. Okay, I would stop this so that this video is not too long and it's not discouraging. And then I will do the next for today. Today has been also very interesting. We'll say handed, and then we'll do a sum for this week.